What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Butterfly Effect Podcast. Today, I am joined by the Twin Cities, maybe even Minnesota's most eligible bachelors.
Stop. Just stop.
Jawon and Blase. They're here, baby!
I've never not deserved something so much. I didn't deserve any of that.
Yeah, this is...
Why you guys are really playing it cool, but they're so excited to be here.
100%.
I don't know how I keep getting asked to come back, to be honest.
You're my favorite guest as much as I...
This is my third time, bro. This is crazy.
We need to get you a belt.
It's between you and KK, who's been on most, I think.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, we need that.
And Zoo.
Oh, yeah.
That duo, KK would not fight with him.
Oh, really?
No.
I think they would be too nice to each other.
She would actually agree with me more than you would.
First of all, that's pushing it. You know that's not true. She would always have my back.
I just said in a topic, she would agree with me more.
We'll see. We'll see. Ladies, thank you so much, because it was just mostly ladies that sent in questions.
Thank God. What do you mean?
Thank you so much. I had so many questions sent in. I super appreciate it, and I'm excited for this episode, and I will be asking all of them. And don't worry, ladies, I will do a tell-all after. Maybe you guys can come on and tell me your stories from Blase and Jawon.
Everyone have a story to tell.
There'll be a part 2, Women Tell All.
I will report that podcast. Your shit will be shut down.
So if you're interested, DM me. We can get to
I would
scheduling.
love to hear what y'all have to say about Jawon. Please.
No, and you're not safe.
There'll be no one who wants to come on here.
You try to put on this good boy persona, but
this isn't real. This isn't real.
I don't know, ladies. Come on.
Wow.
Okay, introduce yourself. Most of the people already know, but your name, your age, your relationship status, and your zodiac sign.
And your social.
And if you could add that.
Like my social security number?
Yeah.
My name is Jawon. I'm 28. I'm single. Happily. My zodiac sign is a Leo. Whatever the fuck that means.
Thank you.
I'm Blase. I'm 31. I'm single. Happily. And I'm a Libra. Whatever that means.
You know what that means.
You put me on game the last time I was here.
Hold on. Before we get too into it, I forgot something.
Dun, dun, dun.
I never get to,
We're taking over for real now. Now it's
Zodiac.
The Chinese zodiacs?
Yeah, that's what I was born in the year of the pig.
Oh, okay.
oh my God.
Y'all thought this was a bachelor episode? I'm scared. Hello, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday.
What is happening?
How are you?
I'll give it like an air hug.
Are you ready? You might need some alcohol. How are you feeling?
Hey, hold on.
Nice
Warning.
practice.
I need everyone to know. I don't know what is happening. This is something going on against Jawon. I think Jawon.
I want everyone to know I know exactly what's happening, and I'm so happy to be here.
I'm
And
excited.
it's been so hard
Can I
watching
get some
y'all.
popcorn or just...
You might need some liquor. I'm here.
What is
It's
going
been
on?
so exciting watching y'all troll all week and know that I'm gonna be here. You don't understand.
Did you see what they call this? It's an ambush. I think it's called an ambush, gentlemen.
We definitely got... No, I'm not cheersing to that. I got
Hey.
Cheers, producer. This is fun! Welcome back. So if you can't tell, we have one more guest with us, Shakirah! I just want to say I've been plotting this moment for over a month now. When you came on and recorded with me, we were like, we have to do an episode. Well, it was with you.
Yes.
And then we were going to
tag
surprise
team.
Shakirah, but then I was like, with both of you,
Yes.
it would be perfect to have another girl on my side because I'm scared.
And I'm not. So I think.
And that's why she's here. She balances me out. So, Shakirah, I had them tell us name, relationship status, and age and zodiac sign.
Perfect. Okay, my name's Shakirah Edwards, aka Shakirah 2 times. I am 30.
She's got this intro down.
She does this.
She's done surprise
I'm 30 years old. I am single and I am a Gemini, but a normal Gemini, not a crazy Gemini.
They all say that.
There's different Geminis,
Because there are. Absolutely.
All right, guys, we're going to get into this. And just to start off easy, I promise this is gonna be fun to watch. You look so
Are you gonna say who asked these questions?
No.
That's a
No,
great.
it's
Do we know
anonymous.
after?
Yeah.
I can tell you
that
after.
we were all
Can you
gonna
just
leave
like
here
say the
with
name
like
and then
Valentine.
bleep it?
Okay.
Well, I can't do the anonymous ones because those were literally anonymous.
Oh.
But
Okay.
You
I'm
can
not-
actually tell them the names.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
right.
No.
See, I low key wish because it's not like because they're Minnesota's most eligible bachelor. That's what the,
We
so,
didn't make
I
this
wish I had some questions.
No, we did not
I
make
wish
this.
I wish I had some questions.
you can directed towards you.
Yes.
You're so right.
It's okay. It's alright.
We'll just have to bring you back on.
Can we stop that? Let's put an end to that Minnesota's most eligible bachelors
are.
thing. When I went to the barbershop and got a haircut, that's what the first thing they said. And I was like,
So-
damn, this is too much.
more
We're getting
Yeah, what are we
places.
doing?
So you went to get a haircut for this and you're wearing a hat?
No, I needed to get a haircut for work, and I put a hat on because I wanted to.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
She's not the crazy Gemini.
Yeah, not crazy though. No.
I was just asking.
No worries.
I've seen guys do that, and I'm always like, That's like, I don't know. Go ahead.
He got a lineup though.
Yeah, it looks really nice. I can
It
I can
does.
see the.
Okay.
Next question.
All right. So to get us kicked off, since this is a Valentine's Day special, why do you think it's the man's responsibility on Valentine's Day?
Every holiday is our
That's
responsibility.
not true.
I was gonna say, what holiday is not the man's
That's not
responsibility?
true.
I
Give me
actually, are
examples.
you asking me too?
Yeah.
I don't think it's just the man's responsibility. If I'm in a relationship or if I really like somebody, I have gotten to be clear, I'm no trick by any means, but I have gotten a hotel for a man that I loved before
On
and
Valentine's
decorated
Day?
it. I got it. Yeah, okay. I think if it's a mutual thing, and we love each other, you should spoil each other. I don't think it's the man's responsibility. Now, maybe if it's brand new or if something is blossoming, yes. And the man should always ask if the woman. I don't care if we've been married for 30 years. The man should always ask if you'll be my Valentine. But
that's
I think the
sweet.
gestures should be mutual. Personally.
Wait, explain why you have to ask every year.
Because you just do. It's like, okay, this is a bad example. But for instance, my birthday's on June 16th.
I'm only laughing because
We'll all know it's my birthday, right?
Yeah.
Why are we singing happy birthday? You just.
That's a great
it's
question
just a
because I
thing.
don't even like happy birthday.
Right, but it's just something you should do. I just feel like it reminds your person, especially if you're together that long, it can get boring. It reminds your person that you care about them and that you want to do something special for them. So.
I was reminded. I was laughing because she said I was dating this gentleman. It was going really well. And I decided to do something for Valentine's Day. I got my hotel. They didn't want no fucking hotel.
What do you want that? What do you want?
Wait, so-
I purchased a hotel and the other stuff that is priceless too. But I paid for the
priceless.
hotel. I didn't say, what's your debit card number? I'm going to get us a hotel. I got us a hotel. I decorated it.
But you wanted the hotel. Did he want the hotel? Or
Yes,
did you
don't
want
think,
the
what
hotel?
man, well, you are, let me ask you, because you...
Wait, what?
What man, besides Jawon, wouldn't want to open a hotel room and see his girlfriend there?
Are we
With
still in the
roses
same
and-
sait?
Why does that matter?
That shit was in
Why not?
downtown,
Really
that shit was in
details
downtown
matter.
Minneapolis.
We're in the same time. I'm not flying you out.
No. I'm not. Ignore any of his side
Okay,
comments.
it's hard
He's
to.
spinning the question,
It's hard
and
to.
I'm not even trying to. All I'm saying is we're in the same state. I would rather the money go towards something else, and we stay at our own, our place. Or
I get what
that's
you're
why I
saying.
was asking. But
Okay,
that's just
that-
me. The material part of the flower petals and all that doesn't really move.
At all? Would you like it though?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Just
See,
like-
I told
Who
you.
has to help clean it up?
The
has to help?
housekeeping. What?
I
Or,
don't want to give anybody else more labor.
Would you like that if someone did that?
No.
You wouldn't think it was
I don't think
sweet?
there's any man who likes flower petals.
Y'all did that for y'all, but you're presenting it as a gift to
Thank you.
us.
Okay, here's my thing though.
Do you
It's
like
better
giving
than-
them or do you like receiving them?
It's not about
Like, if
receiving. It's
you-
just like you see. Let's say you've been in a rut. Your girlfriend has on sweatpants every day. Her hair's in a bun every day, and then it's a special occasion. It's a holiday, and she's sitting there all beautiful with lingerie. She planned this. Apparently, according to y'all, women don't plan shit for Valentine's Day. So it's just the thought that counts. You wouldn't feel a little bit of gratitude?
No, I like the gesture. I get the gesture, but
We said hold the flowers. But everything else is fine.
yeah, the gesture's great, I guess. But you said. So was it all you that did? Did you do all the work that year,
Yeah.
or did you split some of the stuff?
No,
How
I
did
mean
that
I
work?
expect you to have a gift in your hand when you come in the hotel.
So he
room.
got you a gift.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, in
So-
my situation, yes, he got me a gift.
Okay.
But I found a hotel. Actually did a scavenger hunt to lead him to the hotel. That is so cute.
See, to me, I think that is more work. I took as giving. I think that is making me more
What do you guys want?
Hold on, you did all that work to lead him to the La Quinta Inn?
I don't know what. I'm not
I know where you're being led
saying
to
anything
hell,
that.
Jawon.
I'm not saying-
I'm just saying. mean? Like,
La Quinta Inn.
like we ain't even
We
going to
were
wear
in college,
extravagant.
so you're right. That's about right.
That's what I
That's
was
about
doing.
right. But yeah, again, I was like 20 years old, so to me, that's a big deal still. Like,
Yeah.
So
I
men
think
don't like
Valentine's
romance.
is more like a
That's
young
just what it
holiday.
is.
Like Valentine's supposed to be in your teens. That's
what? Did you hear what he said? So love dies in your adolescence?
Love should
You know
be
what?
consistent.
This is leading up to one of the questions perfectly.
I just feel like love as you get older should be more consistent than just on a holiday. So if you're like
Yes.
talking about being in a rut and then you go crazy on said holiday, that doesn't equal the rut in my eyes. That doesn't equal the rut of like the whole time, like the gap between the last time you did it. So it's like you're more so doing it for you. Like I perceive that most people do Valentine's Day stuff and like holiday stuff for social media. So it's like you're doing the flowers and taking a picture for your story more so than you are for the man.
I agree with that to a certain extent, but I do think like romance, yes, you should have it consistently throughout the year, of course, but there's certain days that like girls just like to feel special. You guys clearly don't care about romance,
Right.
so it's not for you, it sounds like, but to us, we like that extra mile because it makes us feel like you're still putting effort into our relationship.
And to be clear, I would go all out for Valentine's Day for my woman.
Oh,
But on the flip side, there is no like, I don't give a fuck about
But
Valentine's
what would you
Day.
even want? That's the thing. It
Nothing.
sounds like you don't want shit. So it's hard to complain and be like, oh well.
Because-
on the flip side, like some
Hold
shoes.
up.
I'm
Because
just curious.
sometimes women do this thing where they like, oh, they did all this stuff for their man, but really it's for them and their gratification.
For sure.
Like that's
Because even if you paid for it, it's like if like how Liana was saying that it's a holiday for y'all to feel valued. It's like you feel more valued in the setup of the process. 'Cause I think that's like a way a woman can feel like nurturing, like those type of things. So as versus the man, it's like I feel like a lot of people do a cookie cutter image of what they think a man wants versus knowing what their man wants.
So, but we're asking you guys, your men, what you want, and you don't have an answer. So
I don't want nothing for
how would a
Valentine's
woman know
Day.
what their man
Some
wants?
peace
I want
and
quality.
Your men don't
Yeah,
even-
I want quality
yeah,
time.
Peace and quiet.
Real mellow vibes. Like I'm all like for work, I'm always on my phone, so I don't have to do anything that regards my phone. I don't have to make any plans. Like if we're going anywhere, you run the maps on your phone. Even if you want me to drive, like I can do that. Even
So
if
if
it's
a
like some
woman
type of
plans a
surprise.
date night, you would appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Just
I was just
no
talking about
love.
the chocolate
The extra
flowers,
stuff.
all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
if you like it, literally, if you just had like. Even if it was a hotel, if it was like a bear hotel, I wouldn't be like, dang, she
Bear
would go
hotel.
crazy. Like I would have been like, oh, this is great. Like I don't need hearts and all this.
So you guys are not on the same page with that because you wouldn't like the hotel. Like,
Oh,
you
I wouldn't like the hotel.
It's just not.
He's just
But
saying-
the gesture's okay.
Yeah.
But like
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. That's more so like I'm not a big fan of hotels. So
Interesting.
if she
So
gets me a hotel, that
Airbnb.
means she hasn't listened to me or hasn't asked enough questions.
And then I would
That's
fake act
real.
like I liked it because I
And-
don't want to make her mad. So I
Okay,
was
and
like,
that's
oh, this
real. It
is
should
great.
cater to the person that you're with because, for instance, I don't like getting flowers. So
Yeah.
bite my
Wait.
tongue.
You don't like getting flowers, but you like the flower petals.
The petals, yes. Sometimes for women, it can be about the aesthetic. It has nothing to do with social media to me, but it's just like. I don't love flowers, but on my college graduation, it would have been weird if nobody brought me flowers. Like certain things, it's just
Yeah.
like, okay, it's nice, it goes along with it. But we could
So
do
the
something
norm.
separate. Yeah, the norm. But we could do something different.
Jawon, I have a
Dum,
question
dum,
for
dum.
you, a follow-up. So,
Yeah.
you said that you don't like receiving things, and I've known that about you. You don't like gifts. Like, you hate when people get you stuff, so I know that.
Yeah.
But is it because you're used, as a man, do you feel like you're used to not receiving, and you're, like, used to having to give, so you're uncomfortable with receiving? Because there is a day called Sweetest Day, which is geared for men. It's the Valentine's Day for men.
Hey, ladies, tell me what the name of that date is without looking it up.
Yeah.
It's in October.
If you're a Chicago
What's the
listener,
date?
you'll know, or is it St. Louis?
don't
If you know if it's
Six?
equal, what's the?
Ain't nobody posts on
Let's
Instagram.
say I
I
don't
didn't
see
see
nobody on
no
that
posts.
day. I was-
What day is Sweetest Day?
Yeah, nothing.
Search
Those
it.
stories.
Search it.
No, I giving gifts is my love language. So I like to give gifts, especially because I pay attention to people and what they like and what they want. So buying that gift is very like my show my appreciation to them. So it has nothing to do with like me not receiving. So I got gifts growing up as a kid, but like,
Yeah.
I've always hated gifts. So I don't like when people buy me gifts or do anything for me really.
Yeah.
October 19th.
19th. I knew it was in October.
I didn't see anybody post on that day.
I was like,
Like we
Dormant.
I didn't know it was a
It's
thing.
Unless it's a birthday.
It's more common, I
That's
think, in
tough.
like St. Louis and
Yeah,
in Illinois.
because that's the first time I've ever heard of it was when I lived in Chicago.
Yeah, it's very big in some places.
Midwest,
Well, we should
get your
bring
traditions
it.
right. Midwest,
I would
gotta step
be.
it up.
I'd bring it back. Oh, bring it to Minnesota.
Because if I'm not, yeah, I think so.
I
Those
like
are
doing
Midwest
stuff
cities.
for my partner. Like I like planning stuff, but like if y'all don't like it,
Each person is different.
But everyone's different, and it depends.
Yeah.
Like, there's something Jawon likes. Like, you can't tell me you've never received a gift that you liked.
No,
so
like
girl
there's
got
a
you
gift.
pair of shoes.
It like that. I've gotten pair of shoes. I've gotten gifts from women before. It just makes me very uncomfortable when people buy stuff for me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't. I'm very appreciative, and I greatly appreciate it. But I don't like when people get me gifts because it makes me uncomfortable. Because it's like you spent your hard-earned money on me, and I don't need you to do. Like I could just get it myself. Go spend that on yourself. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say that's why he's the most eligible bachelor.
Don't.
That's a trauma response.
Oh,
but
thank you.
go
Not
ahead.
all,
He said, "Oh, thank you."
Not all men don't like gifts.
That's
No,
what I'm
I know.
saying.
I know.
Like, 'cause
Right.
I'm with Blase. Like capitalism, like messed up a lot of things in everybody's head. So people feel like they have to buy something. But I like if somebody creates something like the scavenger hunt is cool. Yo, take me to Paris or something like.
He told me
Take me to
No. Let me be clear.
was too much work.
Let me
All
be
you have to
clear.
do is scavenge. You're not the one who made it.
Why am I scavenging? It's not. I'm not a hunter.
I like how you just talked about your love language. Let's all share our love languages.
Oh, boy.
No, just one or two.
I like them all personally.
Can you remind? Can you remind us what they are?
Yes, so it is physical touch, quality time, gifts, acts of service, and
Words
words
of
of affirmation. I do love them. I'll start. I love them all, and I want them all. But if I had to choose, it would be quality time and physical touch, I think.
For me, it would be acts of service and quality time.
Quality time and touch.
I would say quality time and acts of service.
It's the same one.
It was good.
That's a really good one.
What I think is interesting, like how you kind of said you don't like getting gifts. Like I do like getting gifts, but I don't like giving them because I stress out. I like because I want.
You don't like giving them?
No,
What?
I
You're not
want to
a
pick
Libra
the
for real?
perfect thing.
You're not a Libra.
Actually,
What?
No, I love giving it. I stress myself out to find the
other
right
Libras
one.
I know are like that too. Actually,
Yeah,
So they
like
got
I have
to
no
step their
problem
game.
spending my money on other people. I'll buy we'll go to the movies. I'll buy everyone's ticket. Like I'll do things like that because I'm like I want to show you like I care. I don't want to do something, but I don't want to get you something you're not gonna like.
I love giving
Yeah.
gifts,
Yeah.
and I love giving like thoughtful, unique gifts.
And I want it to be thoughtful. And I just
See, I love
overthink it.
gifts.
Yeah.
Because I'm not good at like expressing my words as much. Like I'm not big on words of affirmation. So I'd like do it with acts of service and gifts. So the gift, that's why I'm like crucial on like the scavenger hunt applying to the right person. Because I'm like me, I'm intentional. If you bringing something up, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna like keep that in the back of my mind.
So you would kill a scavenger hunt because you remember everything.
Oh, I would be great at it, but I'm still having to work. That's not relaxing.
I feel like.
With the acts of service, like my dream guy would make my life easier. Like, oh, I saw your tires were low because I never take care of my car. Let me fill them up or do your oil change. Like that would make me so happy, but that makes me uncomfortable too because I'm like hyper independent. So I'm working on receiving in that way, but that is something that I really want.
Yeah. And same. I love a good act of service, and it doesn't have to cost a thing. Like you come over and my trash is full, and you just take the trash out. Oh my god.
Yeah, that is so nice.
It doesn't have to. It can be completely free.
What's the woman equivalent of these things?
Same act of service. Let's say
rubbing your back after work, like we're sitting on the couch, rubbing your head, like
or
that.
or like
going
your
physical
fridge is
touch.
bare, or
Oh,
you
that's
mention on a random Tuesday like, damn, I really want some Alfredo, and I know you can't cook. I'll bring you Alfredo like that.
No.
Yeah.
We can't cook, and y'all can't cook, so you have to bring the
You can't
Alfredo.
cook. You
Women,
can't cook.
I can cook.
Women nowadays can't cook.
I know you hate women,
can
but that's another episode for another day.
Let me tell you
I
something.
can cook and she can cook.
I will
can
say
cook.
we are losing the tradition of women cooking.
That's
Less
So
and
is
less.
there a tradition? Do you know how to change a tire?
Yes, 100%.
No, y'all
We
don't.
know how to cook.
Get
Well,
that
no,
little
you
Kraft
don't.
mac and
You
cheese
think
out there,
you
man.
think like
I know you did not.
on
just say
average. I just want to say in general. When
And
I
there's
speak,
levels.
Yeah,
There's
I'm speaking
levels.
on average. So when I like generalize, I'm speaking for what I see in the norm. So I'm not saying one person does more than that. But do you think women are traditionally keeping the same traditions of cooking that they like once did? Because I feel like
No.
women don't cook at all
No,
anymore.
but women are also CEOs,
Oh,
and women are bosses.
What they got to
And
do with
But that's a
women
that?
separate conversation.
Because
That's
traditionally,
exactly what it
when
has to do.
That's a
woman,
pivot, though.
but no, it's literally the same thing. Traditionally, women that knew how to cook anything in a recipe book, that's all they were doing, is that and being moms.
But we
So
have to do
now-
that, and you still want us to be able to change tires.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know how to change a tire?
Yeah.
Personally,
Yeah,
I've
you
never
with
been in
it,
a
but
room
you
with three.
Who you hang out with? Oh, I changed the tire.
I've never been in a room with 3 men that know how to change the tire.
I don't, and
I've never been. Yeah, I've never.
No, I'm gonna admit I'm not like the most handy. Like I'm not a big fucking Bob the Builder dude. I'm not that. I know my strengths.
I can't like open your hood and know what's wrong with your car.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I can do bare
what's wrong with
minimum.
men these days?
Yeah, men these days. Oh my god.
That's a good question. Again, all these conversations are just leading to questions that were already written down. So on TikTok, I was scrolling, and they were talking about how this generation is like the first generation that is going to miss out on true love and like the romance that we were sold growing up.
Yeah.
Because, well, my opinion is it's because of the illusion of options that we have. That's my opinion. I'm wondering what you guys think. And if you think that's true.
I think we're hyper independent. Women specifically, and I think a lot of times women will block our own blessings because we, and I hate when people blame social media. I don't want to say that, but we may block our own blessings because the illusions that we see around us give the idea that, like, if a man can't do more for me than what I'm doing for myself, like, it's always financial too, almost always, then he's not worth it. Yeah. And, like, no shade to, like, Nana and our aunts and them, but they weren't looking at they weren't counting a man's pocket saying, like, oh, I want to be with him because he makes $1 more than me a year. But also on the flip side, men were more willing to provide, I feel like, back then too. So I just feel like there's a clash. But I will say, as a woman, a lot of times we're hyper independent and our bars can be unrealistic.
Definitely, for sure. I think that, like, with imposter syndrome and everything that happens, I think everyone thinks they're either not good enough and they're trying to, like, strive to, like, get this 12 out of 10 woman or man versus just being, like, working on a goal of your own, like, self-worth. I think a lot of people focus so much on, like, oh, if I can just get next to this person or the whatever. And since 2020, like, social media became more of a community even because when we were all on lockdown, we were still finding ways to communicate with people. So I think that made people crave relationships more via social media because they were used to, like, so I think a lot of people can, like, shoot their shot via DM but, like, can't have a conversation in person because they're so used to, like, this is the interaction. I think that's why men can, like, trick more because they'll just send money and it's like I'm pleasing the woman without having to be in person and have to do the steps of dating. And women are accepting it, and a lot of women think they're more poppin' than they are because there's so many people reaching out to, like, get this. There's so many people we know, like, our peers that are, like, cool or whatever, and they're, like, cashing out to some random person they, like, don't kick it with.
Oh, wow.
That's a fact.
It's wild.
I never have had a sugar daddy, and I've tried. I've tried. I could not
Tell us more.
You tried to fail, you a loser.
I am a loser. I literally could not. Hard. Well, also, I can't sell my soul, so, like, my heart does get in the way of, like, doing anything like that.
Wait, if you can't sell your soul, then you can't do it.
I tried.
But there's levels too. So there are levels.
That's what I'm saying. Profile.
But you know what? We're too nice. I've learned that women that have sugar daddies, legit, and, like, no shade. They don't have to be a 5 out of 10. But they know how to talk to these men. The ugliest girls are having sugar daddies. But what it is you have to know how to talk to them. Usually guys like that, like, their self-esteem is, like, low, and they kind of want a woman to, like, stomp on them. But also, I can't do that. But also, I can't either.
Stomp,
I think there's levels, though, to that. Like, there's this guy that I went to middle school with that was my first boyfriend, and he'll randomly reemerge out of nowhere on Cash App and send me money. And, like, I don't have to do anything. So that, but I don't consider that a sugar daddy. Like,
what the category would that be?
Because he's my age. I've never had sex with him. I've never done anything physical with him. Oh my God. He's weird.
What a loser.
He's definitely weird.
See, I'm looking for the older woman version of that. I don't need any physical contact. But he's the same age. I'll send you a couple text messages.
Like, I'll flirt with him a little bit, but it's not that. It's not a sugar daddy. A sugar daddy is you're going on dates. You're probably maybe
that's
having
not
sex.
True. I know women who have sugar daddies. They don't see them. They just conversate with them.
Yeah.
See, maybe we should be meaner because I don't know how to do all that.
Like,
I actually know.
Wait, you said meaner?
You're just not looking at the right
those women, like, those men like women that are, like, kind of, like, mean and aggressive.
You think?
We're, like, very friendly. I don't have RBF. I wish I had RBF.
I think I do.
The girls that have RBF, they get sugar daddies easily.
I do have RBF, but I've been told that, so I think that I try to counteract that.
I try to have it. I try so hard. I be trying to scowl. And
you don't think you have it?
People tell me, her or me?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
No, people tell me all the time that I don't.
Okay, what do you guys think on 50-50 then?
What,
splitting the bills, 50-50
well, most women
splitting
don't have
dinner,
jobs,
50-50. Again, he hates women. He literally hates women.
That was an alley-oop. Like, you did that at the rim. What do you want me to do?
I literally literally don't know anyone.
No, but a lot of women don't have jobs.
A lot of men.
What
don't
are you
have
talking
jobs.
about?
I don't know.
Same.
I don't know any unemployed women.
I think a lot of people in general don't have jobs after 27.
What are you talking about? Like,
Why do you think every Chipotle is closed like on a Wednesday now?
Okay,
Nobody wants to work.
so those were the women's jobs. What? How?
No, I wasn't saying that.
No,
See, I can't respond after you, bro.
Yeah, you sound
Okay, bro, that
crazy.
was alley oop.
What percent of women do you think do not have jobs?
Or what women? Do you know 5 women that are unemployed right now?
Do I know
Oh.
5? I know 50.
What do you consider unemployed? Because some women think they have a few guys doing what, like that situation you
That's
have.
not.
I agree with you, but I'm just clarifying. Do we
Do
consider
they,
that
do they file
income?
taxes? Do they have a W-2 or
Oh, then there's so many
or
that
a
are unemployed.
1099?
I think if I went to my filing, I can think at least 20 of them
That's
that are
what I'm saying.
unemployed.
Okay.
Then nothing
you
wrong
have
with that.
you
I don't know
have
anybody-
3,000
but see,
unemployed.
like,
No, I'm
Very
not
small
guessing a
percentage.
percentage.
Look at the
I'm not
difference,
saying
though.
majority of women don't work. I'm just saying there is a big sum of people who do not work anymore.
What
People.
percentage? Because
Not
I
one.
don't
Yeah, I
know one
wasn't- yeah.
person who doesn't have a job right now.
See, and I do, and it's a man. So I'm confused.
I guess actually
I don't know
one
any
person, and
unemployed.
it is a man. But
Listen, all I did was just make a little joke, and then y'all got mad. Men don't got jobs too, but it's like, nah, there's women who don't have jobs.
and you
don't
still
know
haven't
any.
answered.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
What percentage? Because you
What
said
percentage? Probably like 25-30%.
Well, you are
Of
the
the
company
state,
keep.
or what
That
do
he
you
No,
knows.
that I know.
Meaning what? You are the company.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Because
Of,
I
like,
don't know
women you
that
know?
many unemployed women. No, I don't know any unemployed women. I
No,
know.
I'm saying for him, he said 20% of the
Yeah.
people he knows,
Yeah.
women he knows.
Meaning
I would
what?
agree with that.
What does that mean, Jordan?
Women I know.
No, that he knows. What does that mean? What does that say about Jawon?
We're back to the 50-50.
I don't know, I mean,
Can we go back to the 50-50?
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah, back to the 50-50.
back to the
Shouldn't have put me
question.
by you.
Um,
'cause-
I'm gonna sit in the middle. I'm gonna sit in the middle.
I'm
might have to separate.
Plexiglass.
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Look at Zeus sleeping peacefully,
That's what I'm
unbothered
saying.
by all of this.
Mood. This is me.
I love him so much.
I think 50-50 depends on your how much money you make.
Let's
Like,
first start with first date.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm paying for every date. I have no.
You're very nice
Finally, you
like
say
that.
something I like. No,
I'm not
awkward.
dapping
Fuck.
you.
She
No.
was trying to dap
I
it up.
can't
She was
even.
trying to
It would
bend the
take
bridge.
like three dates at least for me to allow her to pay for the date.
Okay.
That's just naturally what I do. Like I've done it at birthday parties before where there is a big group of people and I was just like, yo, I just pay for this shit because like I don't want 12 people splitting this.
Jawon really is like that. See
No,
why
that's
he's
facts.
one
That's
of the
facts.
most eligible? Maybe Midwest even.
That's still, I'd say
Maybe
in this
Midwest
room,
even.
I wouldn't go that far. And all of you gentlemen are great gentlemen.
That's how.
so
That's
I'm
my.
not-
That's my.
Hey,
What are you doing?
I'm getting smoked just for being over here next to him. Oh, for sure paying. For sure paying. I mean, after that, as far as like you were saying, at least 3 dates, I think it's situational. Like,
What do you think about men who do expect 50-50 on first date? Like, Jawon, if I called you and I was like, I just went on this date.
I told you break up with that.
Yeah.
I think that's. I mean, again, respect to everybody. Some people ain't got it. I ain't got it. But like, I'm not taking a woman on a date and then ask her to go half. Especially if that's my first time meeting her. It could be a trash ass date. Like, there's been dates where I know I'm never gonna talk to this woman again, but I still pay for the date just off principle.
for sure. It happens.
Call your bank after. Like, I'd like
I promise.
Yeah, it could be like I could be with somebody for a while. Like I talked to this girl for like 6-7 months, and it took to like month 3 that she had to like fight me for it. And then how we did it was I paid for the tip, and then she paid. Just because again, by gift giving, like that's my love language. So that's what I do is like when we go somewhere, I'm gonna pay. That's a toxic trait of mine, but
See, since women are CEOs now, I feel like at a certain point they gotta just start chipping in.
And if you like a guy enough, naturally, I am going to. But I wish you would ask me to pay the first handful
The first
of
date,
dates.
I would
The first
do it.
handful
I'd
of
pay the
dates.
whole thing. If you ask me to pay half on the first date, I will pay the whole thing
And leave.
and I won't talk.
How
Like
you even
I will
ask a girl
peacefully.
I was saying that's the crazy part. But I will say, women approach men too much, wanting them to pay. Like if you're the one suggesting that date, why do you want me to
I
pay
would
for
never
something?
recommend or suggest a date. So who they do it to you?
oh yeah.
You've never had a guy like DM you like we should hang out, like ask you out.
Yeah, but I would never ask him on a date. I'm saying the first date I won't do it.
Oh.
You can ask guys on dates. I don't think. I do think yes. I think if a woman is actually asking a man, she should pay. I'm a Gemini. I'm impulsive. So if I randomly feel like shooting my shot, I will and I'll pay. But it doesn't happen often.
Okay.
I like that though. I respect that. I just first date no.
Yeah.
Because I like that's part of romance that like I want to be courted.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like I've been in relationships where I have put in more effort, and like I just refuse to do that anymore.
No, that's
so like I
that's
want
real.
to be chased.
That's real.
So quick side question. So since you guys already said like you don't try to like ask a guy on the date, do you think that hurts your chances of being in relationships?
No, because I never ask guys on a date, and again,
But
You're
guys
single.
who ask you on a date, do you want them though? That's the thing.
usually
like,
no. But here's the
So
thing:
it's like-
men are more used to rejection than women are, right? Because so as a woman, let's say that 9 guys ask me on a date, and I ask one guy. If I ask one man on a date and he says no, I'm not doing this shit again for another 5 years. I'm a woman, and I don't want to hear no. Men are used to hearing no.
Don't you
So we have to hear no all the time because we're used to
No,
it.
but men are more used
You guys
to
are
it.
hunters.
Y'all are
You
more
got
used
But
to
why
hearing
is
no.
that though? That's just because it's
Because-
society norm.
Because it's similar
Equal
to
rights, bro.
it's just similar to what he said. Men are more used to paying for dates. Some men, I don't know. I didn't make the rules. All I know is most women are not used to rejection, and
You know what's crazy is that
No.
I think we attract not the same women, but the same type of women. And women will ask me to like go on a date all the fucking day.
I believe
Yeah.
It's so
that.
crazy.
Oh yeah.
so also like no shade because I don't know either. I don't know you well at all, and
Right.
shade
Just
maybe
go
for
ahead.
you.
Go ahead.
I think it depends on the type of man you are. They come off as very wholesome, even though he's toxic as fuck. They come off as very wholesome men. They don't come off as the type of guys that are assertive. So yes, they probably have a higher chance of women asking them. But if you're the type of man that comes off as like assertive and like I guess an alpha male, women, even though there's probably women in your DMs, women probably aren't initiating dates because they do expect that from you.
Oh,
Yeah. If he was a different type of person, like again, I'm not trying to keep bringing this up, but if I would never slide in like a guy that like thought he was the shit. I'm not asking you on a date.
That's
but
so
if you
true.
seem very like wholesome and sweet, and like even if you did like a girl, you wouldn't
It's a lot
ask
of
her on a
compliments.
I was
date.
like, I'm getting.
You
I
say- you
don't know where
sound-
you're going. I don't know where you're
No,
going.
but you won't dap me up. That's crazy. But yeah,
Good job, Shakirah.
yeah,
that was a nice, elegant way.
yeah. It depends on the guy for sure. But I'll never do. I'll do this shit again when I'm like 35 if I'm still single. God forbid.
But maybe I'm sick in the head, but I just don't
You
feel
are.
like
Yeah, whatever you want to say about
I
that.
don't
What?
I don't want you to chase. I don't want you to ever ask a guy. I want
And-
you
and-
to be asked.
And actually,
The audacity
I
of that
hate
is
that
cool.
shit.
No,
Oh my
that's-
God, I
that's
hate
true,
that.
And you're right, and I think that it just depends. Like, I think some guys need a little push. Like, it depends on the guy.
And it's just for the first date. Anything after that, I will ask. I will plan. I'll do that. But I think the first date, I don't know.
But how do you want
to?
how do you want a guy to know that you're interested?
I'll like your Instagram picture.
Literally. Conversation. But, like, to be clear, 9.5 times out of 10, I am letting them in.
Yes,
But the guys that are asking us on dates, I don't want to.
I hate a
Yeah,
fucking.
no,
oh, I
it's-
gave you that look. You should know.
But that's how the game is.
It
But,
really just
but we
depends
can
on-
change the game.
That's what I'm saying. The rules have changed. Y'all CEOs now.
Yeah, the game is adjusting, and
Yeah.
everything evolves.
If
And I
a
feel like
woman
women
was
don't want it
assertive
to
with you, you would
change.
be in your close friends talking shit about her. Let's be honest. You don't like
Wait,
me.
you said what?
Don't.
I'm talking to him.
No, I just wanna hear
If
it.
a woman was,
Hey, I'm gonna vouch for. He does like.
if a woman was,
That's it.
if a woman was assertive with him, asking him on a date, he would be talking shit about her and his close
It
friends.
depends, but it depends on the woman. It depends on
I
the
know,
woman.
Jawon-
It's just like you said, situational. Some
All
women
the
who
Jawon's dates are
approach too
canceled
aggressive.
now.
Some women you might like them as a friend, so you don't want to date them. So just because she's taking a shot, we're not gonna just like.
But because
clown
it
the
doesn't
person.
happen
You know
as
it's-
often, y'all are
No,
in
no, no.
arms about it.
You know
No, no, no.
We're used to
Here's
curving
the-
men or leaving them on red or telling a man
No.
no thank you, whatever. But if y'all aren't used to that, I feel like
You have you have no idea how many things we don't post.
That's okay. Let's get into that. Now we're here.
eligible bachelor. I forgot your DMs
Because we're gentlemen, there's so many things we don't post that are screenshots that would put someone out there.
Let me tell you something. If I y'all see how I post online and how I am in real life, it's so easy to be a piece of shit in this world. If I was a piece of shit, I would be doing crazy numbers out here. Like, it's so easy to be that way, but we don't post when it's like that. Like, you know what I mean? When it's like,
You woke the cat up with your.
cause he knows. He's like, yeah, fat look, he come and sit my ass because he knows.
He feels
But like,
intense.
it's so easy to be a like.
real ones.
Don't let the content what we don't post. Like, that's really like.
Same for a woman. Are you kidding? I just told you somebody from 10th grade sent me money yesterday. If I wanted to be
You
that
got a lot
type
of
of
people
woman,
sending you money. I
no, I'm
need to
talking
get
about
on
the
that.
same guy. If I really wanted that, and same with her, like it's easier for women to play men than it is vice versa. Because y'all lead with
Yes.
Yes,
You
it is.
think?
Yes, it is.
I don't know.
But we
Women
let
are
our
finessers.
emotions get the best of us. Men are so easy. Men are so easy.
Yeah.
So,
And men are not
Generally, I'll agree with that.
Generally men are so easy, and generally men aren't. I don't want to say they don't use their heads, but you know what I mean? Women could easily. I know women that are literally playing men left and right, but we are
Oh, for sure.
emotional.
Yeah,
And that's why we have morals, and that makes it a little bit harder to be a player.
I think women cheat more than men.
No,
That is
I
worse.
don't. I do not agree with that. Not more.
it's easier
Not
to
more.
cheat.
I just think a lot of women that are cheating still stay in the situation.
What do you think?
Men
Maybe
get caught.
I'm just.
Men get caught.
I
And then
am
ends the
kind of
relationship, or the
not
girl
gullible.
cuts up her shoes.
Let me
and
tell you
goes
something.
back,
You took
whatever.
your girl back after she cheated on you, bro. You like.
But
That is
That's
crazy.
crazy.
But
Because you expect girls
a
to take
man,
someone
but a girl can take a man back.
Exactly.
Yes, precisely.
See,
For
no,
sure.
why?
Again,
You're gonna pick
because
your
he
own.
doesn't like women. I can't
Wait, how does that mean he doesn't like
It
women?
just goes straight from
he just
logic,
said
like-
because he just said if a woman gets cheated on, it's fine if she takes a man back. But if a man gets cheated on and you take your woman back, you're a loser.
Because
Why?
she
Hold
cheated.
on, I got this one.
Thank
I
you,
got this
please.
one.
Listen, let me tell
They
you.
gonna tell me.
All I'm gonna say is it goes right back to your social norms thing you were talking about. In society, it has been more normal for women to get cheated on by men and still go back. That's just movies. Everything does that. So he's saying, from a society standpoint, that man looks absolutely crazy.
But do you know what the issue is? It's not that it's even a norm. It's just that most men, when they get cheated on, they're not gonna make that public. That's embarrassing.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
for
Women,
sure.
when a woman gets cheated on, everybody knows.
And they be right back
So-
with the dude.
But then they still
Right.
stay with him.
But that's the thing. Men stay with the women too when they cheat. The problem is
That's
y'all don't
true.
know that the
Yeah.
woman cheated. That's the
That's-
thing.
all
You
I'm
think
saying.
men
do.
can be quiet? Men who are heartbroken be quiet? Not a chance.
Yes.
All I'm saying is it's
because
worse
that's
when women
embarrassing.
cheat.
As a man,
Men
your
can,
pride
men
and
can
your
even have healthy
ego.
relationships with other men. They're definitely telling all the business.
The
And
man,
it's worse when the woman does it. And I've never seen a relationship prosper after the woman cheated.
See,
But why is it different? I
Because
want you to
Because y'all
explain it to
cheat
me.
with emotion.
it is
I was gonna
worse.
say,
I will
women-
agree with that.
But explain it to me, because in my mind, you're both
I can't
cheating.
say
It's
everything I want to
equally
say.
wrong.
I
because
can
know
see a
who's
girl
listening to this,
and
so I
want to
have to be
fuck
careful.
her, and that does not
But-
mean I don't
Well,
love my
it's the same
girlfriend.
place.
Different, Liana, because women cheat with intent. Like when women cheat, they want to break the man that loves hard.
Aren't men cheating
Okay,
with
that's
intent
not
No.
true.
too?
Men are thinking, and again, can't speak for everybody, but typically a man makes a dumb decision, and I'm not justifying cheating by any means. I don't cheat, never have, never will.
Period.
But I think men make like a dumb mistake, or like we talk about the options of someone trying to approach them. Typically, a woman approaches the man, he's like, "No way, I can get this girl," and he makes a dumb mistake that night or whatever. They don't really plot. Women will have they'll cheat with your best friend and have your friend still
Oh my
dapping you
God.
up.
But my
What
thing
women
is,
do you know?
12:30 seconds.
That's what I'm saying. Like y'all playing out months in advance. Like, hey, in 2 weeks it's
And you
girls'
guys
night.
always
I'm
know-
going to his house.
What?
And you guys always know the next person you're dating
But then
before
if
you're done with
sure.
the
still
relationship.
at the
That's
end,
cheating in my
Sure.
eyes.
at
That's
the end
cheating.
of the day, it's betrayal in that relationship. You broke a boundary that you both set. So why is one over the other? You both did it.
Because the intent matters.
I think cheating is cheating.
It doesn't
That's
matter.
like
You still
manslaughter
win.
versus murder. It's two different things.
And we argued about this on the last
And
one.
they
It's
both go to
almost
jail.
worse to me
As
that
long
you're
as
gonna
it's
go
true,
out
worse.
and some random person is
Prison
gonna
is
pull
prison.
you away from what you're committed to. That's worse to me. You
No,
didn't care.
that's
You
crazy.
didn't care.
That's crazy.
You didn't. No,
I'm
you
actually
didn't
in the
care.
middle on this because I have cheated and I've also been cheated on. So I can
Ooh, that's a
attest.
good perspective.
And he's gonna listen to this. So, but I had already said enough.
Relax.
It's real messy. I'm gonna give him
Like,
something here. 'cause
Relax.
It's messy anyway. But I think that cheating is cheating, and I think that generally, yes, a woman's cheating is attached to something emotional, a man's
Yeah.
is on impulse. That's not always the case, though, and I do think the whole, she was there and I think that is a cop-out, because at the end of the day, even if you hadn't planned on cheating when you left the house that day, you are either too easily swayed by temptation, which is an issue, or I don't know, you weren't happy about something. Because I do think if you're happy, if you're secure in your relationship, if you're a trustworthy person, and if you're not swayed by temptation, you're not going to cheat, period. So there is some sort of intent with both. Do I think typically with a woman, is it more emotionally driven? Yes. I get what you're saying. But I don't think one's worse than the other. And I don't think that women cheat more, but I do think women cheat just as much. And I do think that women typically don't get caught.
All I'm saying is show me a good relationship where the woman cheated and they stayed together and it worked out. I can show you a million other way
Oprah
around.
and
I can tell you something.
Yeah,
I know some.
Oh,
Rich women.
I know.
Wait, what was the question?
Oprah and
I said, show me a relationship where the woman
Jada?
cheated and they stayed together.
Will and Jada.
Come,
He got
that is
slapped.
not even a good relationship. Are you shitting me?
He slapped someone.
I'm talking about a
He's
healthy
literally going
relationship.
through.
Well, first of all, show me
Wasn't
how
he
the
with
relationship-
Margot?
Hov and,
Robbie?
and Beyonce.
Yeah, he definitely cheated on
Yeah,
her.
Hov
Margot
cheated.
Robbie.
We don't know if Beyonce's gotten her lick back. It could be quiet.
I'm sure she has.
We have no idea. She's Beyonce, Giselle, Knowles Carter.
We're not
What?
talking about hyperbole. We're talking about what actually happened, what we know.
And do we know for sure he cheated, or we're?
She made a
assuming-
whole album
We
about
don't know.
it.
She's an artist. We don't
No.
know.
Wait.
We
You're
don't
trying to say
know.
you don't think Jay-Z
We don't
cheated?
know. If we're talking about facts, we don't know what that man did.
What? We
Hey,
know.
y'all ever take your man back after you cheated?
I have. I want to.
You did?
Fuck no.
You never.
Never.
Okay.
I've
Never
only
have?
been cheated on once, and we ended our relationship that day.
Okay.
Good for you.
So.
I hate when when, again, going back to being a piece of
I
shit.
don't know what he's about to say.
I'm not a piece of shit. So like when a woman
Ooh,
starts talking about
chocolate.
another man, I automatically put my hands up. I'm like,
Yeah.
Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that? But that's because you're a child.
Wait, what?
What?
Yes. Because a man, we had a conversation. I'm talking code.
I didn't know she said
The
that.
three of us-
That was like a
the
jump
three of us had a
scare.
conversation, and we were just saying how like some men, if you make them jealous, they'll be more drawn to you. And I was like, not Jawon, because Jawon's the type of man. If he knows that the girl kissed a boy in 2013, he's got cootie, like he's grossed
That's
out.
not.
That's because you are childish.
Okay, let me clarify
There's
what I'm
no
saying.
other.
Wait, I don't understand the question.
You understand what I'm saying? She doesn't. So what I'm saying is if I'm courting a woman and she's like talking to me about her ex or somebody
you didn't say
else,
it like that. Okay.
it's because you were waiting. Waiting. That was you waiting for it. If she starts doing that, I'm off her. And I've been in situations where I befriended that girl and started giving her advice on her and her man trying to get back together.
I just think the older you get, for instance, me, I'm a single mom. There's a probably very good chance that my child's father is going to get brought up if a man asks me about my child. You would never date a single mom. I know.
No, that's not true. I've
So
dated plenty of single moms before.
But most
Look at
men,
you. Sorry.
most men, okay. I think that if you get past a certain stage of maturity, there's levels. You know, I say, my ex broke my heart, blah, blah, blah. That's weird, of course. But if I casually mention my child's father, if they're like, oh, what days do you have your kid? And I say, oh, my kid's dad has him on this day, this day, this day, because he does this. And then we drop it. That's not...
That's fine. But not when you tell me about the time y'all used to, last time y'all fucked, I don't want to hear about
That's
that.
happened on a date?
No, but that has,
That's happening.
that's
on
more
dates.
common than that.
Girls talking about their ex.
Oh my god.
Last time they had sex?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
I've had.
Who brought it up?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, the
Sorry,
right
y'all
in that
made
question.
Sorry, y'all made
Again,
something fly.
Again, I think maybe you guys should look in the mirror because who are these women you're going on dates with? Because that's weird.
Here's
Maybe
the
it was a
thing.
good conversation.
And you
with
do
her.
always call me out. You need to vet better.
Yeah,
No,
that's
here's what I'm gonna
weird.
say. Y'all would be shocked.
water, 'cause-
The women that y'all like look up to or appraise, like on a social media standpoint, who are saying some nasty things. And I'm not saying as far as graphic, but like you would see that as below them.
What do you
Like
mean?
they're the ones asking dates. They're the
I
ones.
personally don't look up to any women on social
Stop
None?
arguing semantics.
Oprah?
media. No, not even.
No.
She's a sellout and a coon.
Just like
I'm pretty sure
he,
she was on
he asked what do you
Steve
mean by
Island or
nasty. Give her,
something.
give her,
Nasty.
Like,
Yeah.
like they'll just keep trying. Like I'm trying in the nicest
Like
way
they're
to
thirsty.
be like be respectful, but it's like it's just
and
crazy.
Same with men. You would be shocked.
Oh no, I nothing shocks me. Nothing shocks me that men does.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
What
We
is
know.
the craziest thing a girl or guy has ever said to you?
Oh,
Shit, how
man.
much time do you
In
got?
a DM or like?
In a text, in a DM, because I'll start.
In a
Yeah.
DM,
You
like
start.
He never kissed this man.
okay.
I want this to be known. He took me on multiple dates. I wasn't
Oh, that's
feeling
multiple
it.
days and never gave him a kiss. What happened?
That's crazy.
I wasn't feeling it. Like, he wasn't ugly, but I wasn't, like, I wasn't rushing it, and I wasn't lustful for him, if you get what I mean. Like, there wasn't that sexual chemistry. But he was really sweet. He planned dates. He got flowers and stuff. And I was like, it's just not working. And he got really, like, butthurt about it. And then one day he, like, texted me. I hope he was drunk. He said, "You are so fine. I would let you in my mouth." And then I said, "Oh, wow." And he said, "Actually, I would let you in my mouth."
He was white, huh?
No!
I remember this story. I told you he was a weirdo too. You didn't listen.
You didn't
I
listen?
called it.
You went on dates after
No,
that?
I never went on a date with him after
That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah. So that, I would say that one's still number one in my mind for the
That's
craziest thing
crazy.
ever said to me.
And that guy probably looks like a normal guy. You never think anything of.
Therapist.
See? That's what I'm saying.
Therapist.
You want me to go to the therapist that's saying that to her?
Those are the ones. I know some fucked up therapists. Like, fucked up. The most fucked up people I know actually are therapists. But for me, I can't think of a direct DM, but there was a gentleman who asked me on a date. I agreed, which I shouldn't have even done that. And then I saw him out before the date, and I was like, you know, I'm a Gemini, so I'm a flirt. Mind you, we've never flirted. Like, he just asked me on a date. I said, sure. So I'm next to a guy. This is probably the distance. He has his arm around me. This is at a function. This man comes up to me and was like, is this you? Is, like, knocking shit over, like, what about our date on Thursday? That's you? I'm like, oh.
Wait, because you were with another guy?
Yes, but him and I had never even gone on
No, yeah, I was just trying
to.
to.
We had never, like, nothing. Like,
these dudes
and
are
it's so
possessive.
crazy because I saw him out at first, and I'm like this with a guy, and he comes up to me, he's like, "Don't worry, I'm not the jealous type. I trust you." Wait a minute, we haven't even got your number's not even saved in my phone. What do you mean? What do you mean?
How come y'all intuition don't tell y'all when to stop talking to them?
They do. Okay, and we.
It does. They just don't listen to.
No,
it.
that's it. Because it is justified. And I knew that I was just gonna go on the date because I like dates.
So
Hungry.
they
Wait, you still went on the date?
No, I'm saying like. Before he even asked me on the date, and I kind of saw that it was going that way, I knew that it was not going to go anywhere. I'm like, why not go on a date?
See,
that's why.
Time out. If men did that, we would get crucified.
Actually, I posted about that, and I got crucified.
Yeah, like if we're like, oh, I have no interest in this girl, but like, hey, just someone to talk to. I'm gonna hang out with her.
If a girl asked you on a date and you weren't interested,
I've definitely done that before.
Okay,
and I paid for it too.
Oh, so you're
what? Going on a date you're not interested?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was younger.
Yeah.
Now I don't want to waste my time.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
And I'm paying, so there's no even
This
treason.
situation was a little bit delicate, and also like we could have been friends. Like sometimes you know that a guy's just gonna be your friend. If you want to take me out to eat, I'm not gonna stop you. If you call me right now, I can't stand you, but you're my bro. Like we're friends.
Little
so
bro.
if you said,
That's what's different between y'all.
No, don't little bro me.
Like,
Don't little bro
I'm
me.
hungry. I'm hungry. Do you want to go get food? My guy friends ask me to go get food all the time, and they'll pay. So in my head, he was already in the friend zone. Yeah, your guy friends don't.
What?
I'm just kidding. Jawon has paid for my dinner.
I
I
brought a cinnamon roll last time. Whatever I brought.
That
was last time. That was last year, actually.
I slacked.
She keeps the receipts.
Oh yeah, you
I had to pick on
Open your chocolates if you want. Oh, this one is for you.
I feel like nobody can listen.
You're
to this
welcome.
episode.
Happy
I've already done
Valentine's
too
Day.
much.
No, I literally bought it for you. I just had to put it out here so they didn't know, you know. We talked about first date, but what are you guys thinking? Like, you're in a committed relationship. You guys take the step to move in together. You're not married yet. How are you guys splitting bills?
It should be based on how much you make. Like, I'm not one of those dudes. Like, I could be with a woman that makes more than me, right? But in my opinion, if I moved in with a woman, I would pay for majority of the bills, and I would let her pay for like the utilities, cable, Wi-Fi, that type of shit. But it has to be just equally distributed. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm paying $2,500 a month for everything and you're paying $400. Like, there has to be some sort of balance to that.
I completely agree with that.
Me too.
I would never let a man pay all my bills, even my husband, because I just feel like we talked about this. I feel like that takes away all your like independence. But I do think like if we have to give it a ratio, I like the idea of like 70-30, and also that with the household too. Like I'll do most of the cooking and cleaning and all that, but you still should do something. And then same with bills. Like you do most of the paying for the bills, but I still need to contribute something.
Yeah, no, I like that. What do you think, Blase?
I mean, I've never loved someone enough to even consider it, so I don't know.
If I would have said that, I'd have got killed.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I literally was gonna say these niggas have never lived with
Yeah, I've had women stay with me and I'm paying the bills, but I've never had a situation where it's like, all right, we're moving together, all my stuff's gonna be here. Like it's always been like a in and out type of situation, and I just like my peace. I like my space. I'm a very clean person, so it's like I don't really like people coming in and out. But yeah,
bitch, you be messy.
So I've never gotten to the point of someone of like actually distributing bills, so I don't know how I'd respond.
The heart one is real good. That's my favorite one. Yeah, I've been in two relationships, like serious relationships. I've lived with both of them. My first boyfriend, he was Caucasian. I just want to put that out there because I feel like that's why he was so cheap. But because they're either tricks,
Smart.
they're either tricks or they act like the dad on Everybody Hates Chris. There's no in between.
Were they frugal or he just wasn't getting played?
He was frugal.
How? Give me an example.
I got fired from Capital One.
Okay.
And I'm like devastated. I'm in tears. He's like, meet me at Wendy's. Like, first of all, meet me at Wendy's is crazy. Meet me at Wendy's. Like,
That's a crazy
I'm thinking, no, that's not even an issue.
4 for 4 on
Listen,
these
I'm
bags.
thinking, it gets way worse. We're 21 years old. Wendy's is fine.
Okay, you're young though.
Let me finish. It's not the problem. That's not the issue. We get there. I had left my wallet at the job I got fired from. He said, it's okay, I'll take you back to go get your wallet. He couldn't get me a 4 for 4. So that's what I mean.
What if you were broke?
This is the day I got fired.
disgusting.
He wasn't. We know each other. I know how much money you make.
That's why you don't date white men, because they just fetishize about you.
Well,
like, he didn't
Really?
I was a
Jawon?
baby.
Is that what you want to start talking about?
No, wait, what?
Is that what we want to open? Because I was
So with him, everything was 50-50.
Okay.
With my ex, it was like, it wasn't 70-30 the way that I would like it to be, but we were broke too. Like, we were in LA surviving. But so it depends.
I'd say,
but
depends,
he was still paying more than what I was paying.
Yeah.
So
I lived with a guy once, and I learned my lesson through that experience. But he, like, presented it as he wanted to pay the rent. And I thought that was nice, but I had just always been so independent. That kind of scares me to, like, what we were kind of talking about, give somebody all that power. I also don't feel like I'm at a place where I'd feel comfortable that they're not going to hold it over my head. That's something I need to work through. But, like, in my experiences, that's what it's been. So I'm like, I don't really want to give somebody that power, so I would always pay half.
How long would you have to be with somebody before you move in with them?
That's a good question.
Like, get a place.
have either of you ever been in a long-term relationship?
What do you
Let's
consider
start
long
there.
term?
More than a year?
No.
Those are men with some
You
grit.
guys
Yeah.
both know
Yes.
Next time.
Yes.
Yep. We're not, I've been told we're not gritty enough. We're not gritty enough.
But for most eligible to not. Whatever.
That's crazy. Not
Anyways,
even a year.
And that's literally what it is. Women want nice guys, but they want a nice
There's
guy
levels
with
to
edge.
nice guy. No, a nice
They
guy.
want a guy to call him a bitch sometimes.
No, I don't. See, I don't know.
Definitely not.
No, a nice guy with experience though, with life experience. He asked you how long you have to live with somebody, be with somebody in order to consider living with them.
I think everything's just situational. Like, I think I could get swept off my feet in some way and be like, oh, I'm in love with
Today's
someone.
men want to be swept off their feet. That's the fucking problem.
That's
Why is that a
You're
problem?
supposed to do the sweeping. What?
That's actually a question someone
Only
wrote
thing you
in.
sleep is dirt. Why would I want to sleep that?
Go ahead. What's the
The
question?
question.
Got him.
I'm 5'1", 140 pounds. What grown man
No.
is picking up and sweeping off his feet?
The question
No, I'm
is,
saying in the sense of like falling in love.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know the actual concept of what
I'm
happens when you
just
fall
talking.
in love.
Go
But
I'm just talking.
if that happened, I think that would be a difference. Because I don't want to be out here and be like, oh, gotta be 2 years, and then
Right. You
6
meet
months
the
I'm
love
like,
of your
hey,
life.
I'm
Right,
engaged.
right,
Not
right.
happening.
Need
but-
like 10. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. Go to your question. That was a
the
joke.
question that was written in was, what are your guys' thoughts on men being like more sassy and women being more manly?
Go ahead. You
These
answer
hoes
this
definitely
one.
more manly for sure. For sure.
Okay, in what ways?
For sure.
In what ways?
Music. Just go to the club.
Punching people.
Yeah, I just want y'all to go to the club and just watch the women in there.
First of all,
They
when's the
gonna
last
play
time you went
some
to a club?
Little Dirt. They
When's the
gonna
last time you went to a club?
probably like 2 years.
So what do you even know?
2 years is a good enough reference.
I went to a club last week.
That's what I'm saying.
Any trap shit.
They know what the
music, though.
whole
What
thing.
does that? That's
makes
not
the
what we're
woman
talking about.
manly?
Can you give me a different example?
Manly mannerisms, like they'll act like they have a pistol on them about to whip somebody.
That's what I'm
like,
That's the thing.
And y'all wouldn't be swept off your feet and you get manicures with clear polish.
Oh
What's the
my-
difference?
Oh,
What is the difference?
Oh, don't say we.
Also, I've never seen a woman just do that. Like, that is an extreme.
I
give me
have,
something.
Wait,
but
do
there
what?
have always been women that are
you're
like that.
using
There's always
music.
been women that
Yeah.
are doing the. I bet you in 1950.
I'm telling.
In 1950,
hold
when
on.
women were singing "This Is a Man's World,"
Let
that
me-
was manly too. Like, come
Let
on,
me make this
like,
point. Spotify Wrap
That
Up
was a
just
crazy-
came out
that was
in
a
December.
Seriously.
All the women I've seen post,
Not mine.
4 out of the 5 was some Little Baby, Little Dirk, FBG Duck, fucking King Von. Wasn't no
It's
Alicia
music,
Keys in
though.
there.
That's music, though. Well,
So
people are
I-
making.
It's
I don't
manly.
think that's
Like
fair.
Go listen to some nice
I don't think
music.
that's
They're not
fair,
making
because if a
music like
man
that.
Spotify wrap up when I saw a lot of men of your complexion specifically Spotify wrap ups
Damn.
with Summer Walker, her, Beyonce. I'm not saying
That's good
he's,
music.
but I'm not judging him. I'm not saying he's feminine.
No, but that's
He
good.
I think what you're trying to say in like a shorter way is women have taken on more manly mannerisms. Like women normally like, and
She's
again,
trying to
this
roll
is
the wood.
broad. This is broad. So I think like now on social media, I see more women with like backwoods in their mouth. They're calling each other bro. Like, it's way more of, like, a companionship in that way. That I see that more. I'm not saying that's the norm, but I'm saying I see that more than I would expect to see in my 30s.
Yes, and these niggas are sassy. I can't say the word I want to say because we'll get canceled, but yes, they are more sassy. Zesty.
And
They got
another
a
thing,
lot
too,
of
you
dip
guys
on
have
the
to
tray.
really think about social media, too. Again, I have a sister who was born in the 70s who has always had a blunt in her mouth and knows every lyric of Lil Wayne. The difference is social media amplifies that. These women have always existed. And I wouldn't even say that they exist more now. It's just that you can see it more. So
See, I think they exist more now because there's
They
less.
definitely exist more.
There's less like positive reinforcement. These kids don't have like positive things to look up to. The only people they have to look up to is Sexy Red and Lil Durk and these people. So the relationships they're looking up to is the Moneybagg Yos and Aries, where they're breaking up and making up on social media and cussing each other out. So they think that's the norm of how they carry themselves.
Yuck, that's so sad. My opinion on it is, it's gonna be maybe not a popular opinion, but I just think everybody possesses masculine, feminine energy, and it makes me happy that men are like allowing themselves to do things that were at one time considered feminine. And I know, like, the nail polish thing, I know we disagree on, but it's like, I don't care. Like, if that makes you happy and you know who you are and you know your sexuality, why do I care? Like, I just think it's good people are exploring and, like, being their full selves.
Could you date a guy with nail polish?
Yeah. Like, if it, not like crazy design, like, if it matched it mine, that would be cute. Like, if I had, like, white on and he had, like, I don't know, a dot or something. I don't know,
So
but
why
like
aren't
like
you
that.
getting on her about wanting to date a man with matching nails?
Okay.
Because that's not great.
It's okay.
But if you had like
The
the
same way, I don't think it's a big deal if a woman is doing a gun sign on a TikTok. I don't think I wouldn't date a man with natural nails of mine. However, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I do agree. There's been such a thing of men having to present as so toxically masculine all the time. I think it's dope that men are finding different ways to express themselves. I don't even want to use the word, but I think zestiness and sassiness is more of an action and like the way that a man carries himself versus men that wear man bags or men that wear nail polish. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. So that's why I don't disagree.
And I also think like nail polish has been just now getting into fashion too. Like I've seen men who just haven't matched their drip and I think it looks so cool. I don't look at it as you have your nails done. I really don't see it that way anymore. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Some of these niggas be sassy.
Some of them. Some niggas that have on Nike, not you, sorry. Some men that have on Nike tags and wouldn't step inside a nail salon are low-key sassy. It doesn't matter. These things don't add to that.
So what do you guys think of, like, would you call Drake masculine?
I actually love Aubrey. Besides him dissing Meg, very
I love
upset about that.
The government.
That's
Besides
I love Aubrey
I
Graham.
think he does a really good job at being both. I prefer somebody smack dab in the middle, and I think Drake presents, I don't know him personally, but he presents as somebody who's in the middle, and I like that.
I feel like the sassiness has more to do with like your actions than like your actual appearance. Like the appearance is more of the extreme version, but it's more of like how you talk, how you act. Like that's the shit that's
the way you
like,
act.
Switching it up a bit. What are your guys' red flags? Starting with you.
I'm an introvert. Like I don't want to talk every day. I'm very low maintenance. We had this argument last time. Like, and I'm very clear with women up front. Like I don't want to talk every day. I don't need to talk every day. If you have something you want to talk about, great. But like, don't come to me like, what are you doing? I also am very much.
You gotta speak more, like, 'cause that's something crazy.
I know.
He's already.
My other toxic trait is I treat women too well. And this is again this.
My only toxic trait is I'm perfect.
No, this is actually like women today deal with men who just want to fuck them. So like when I talk to a woman, I'm like, "How are you?" And when I say "How are you," I mean like, "How are you?"
But you only ask them that once a quarter.
And then I'm asking them follow-up questions. So like women end up falling for me really fast because I think I like them. When really I'm just treating them like a person, and because I care, I'm gonna ask you a whole bunch of questions because I'm an active listener.
Yeah.
So you only have 2 red flags, and one of them's not even red. I just want to.
It's really the squint / glare.
I just want to make sure that that's what I heard.
No, I have more, but I'm trying to give y'all some space to cook too. Like I'll share.
Okay.
Who's next?
It's me. I guess it's me. Red flags. Really introverted. I don't need to see my partner very often, so that can, especially in my field of being a DJ, can give the perception that I'm seeking love or affection elsewhere. And I'm not the strongest communicator in the moment, just because my day is so chaotic and busy. I might not text you for an hour, then I try to like double back and explain. So that can be a big red flag. Physical touch isn't one of my love languages. So that can be like a really big red flag for someone who's like shows affection in that way. yeah, don't really like dating. The process of dating really is just terrible and not fun. And I'm so focused on my career that I'm a person that's like, if I do something, I'm gonna do it all. Like, I'm gonna be all in for it. And since my career is such a main focus, since I put so much time into relationships in my early 20s, I'm like, I don't have time for that. I'm focused on my career. Then I can like focus on the dating aspect because I can't sacrifice right now. Because in the most perfect relationship, there's sacrifices on both sides. And it's like, right now, I can't make those sacrifices. So I don't want to expect someone to make those sacrifices for me.
Makes a lot of sense to me, and it makes me sad a little bit. But
No. I'm very happy being
No,
single.
I know, but it makes me... Were you hurt really bad in a previous relationship, and then you threw yourself into your career?
No, I think I saw... Because I've, like, done the entrepreneur journey in a couple different ways. So I think I always saw after the relationship how much growth I could have had in my own personal ventures if I didn't put into the person. So it's not that the person was, like, toxic. I mean, I dated some toxic women. But it wasn't that they were, like, constantly, like, mentally abusive to me. It was just the fact that I was, like, doing the putting them on the pedestal, doing the scavenger hunt type stuff, doing all these things. And I'm like, I'm not getting it paid back to me and how I need it. So that's where after I'm like, oh, I wasted a year in this situation with nothing really to show for it, which is a weird way to look at love. I already know that, but that's like how I leave the relationships. I know.
When are you gonna know when it's time then? Because it sounds like you're waiting. From what I'm hearing, it sounds like you're waiting for a moment in your career where you feel like you've made it to invest into love. When is that gonna be enough?
I don't even know if it's a moment. I think it's just. I think I'll just like feel it. I think I'll just like know. Like I think it's just like a thing where I know, like I said, I'm more focused on those things and sending emails and doing these things that it's like I can't find the happy balance for myself yet.
Sorry.
You said what?
So not sending emails. I'm sorry.
I'm literally a terrible texter. So it's like I have to like, because I'm self-managed, so I do all my stuff on my own. So I don't have much time to like, because your partner wants to be involved in your life too, right? So they want you to explain things, and it's like I'm typically drained from the thing, so I get frustrated about something that they mean in a good way. So it's like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. There's just so much.
That's good self-awareness. That's really good self-awareness.
That is good self-awareness.
But
sounds like a lot of green flags.
No, I was gonna say but for you. That was the but. Like,
it's tricky. I've had your thought process before too.
Yeah.
And I think that it's just, for the right person, you'll find that balance, because you shouldn't have to pick or choose.
For sure.
And I always have this, and it's not an argument, but like with guys that I date, I always tell them like, even a perfect relationship is a distraction. If I have goals, but guys tell me that's a toxic way of thinking. I shouldn't think like that, because if it's healthy, if it's good, if it's going in the right direction, I shouldn't view it as a distraction. But I resonate with some of the stuff you said. I agree. Because yes, you'll look back like, damn, like I got this and that done, but imagine if I was just focused on this, how much I could get done. But I can understand how it can be detrimental, because you might miss out on something. Because like you can't, when you're 80, like maybe, but you're not going to care that much about detail.
For sure.
So, yeah. That's all I have to say. You thought I was going to say something mean, see?
No,
I did.
Really good. What are your red flags?
I am very blunt. I'm very outspoken.
That's good in a sense, though.
I thought you were shy. I had no idea.
Really?
No.
Oh. I'm gullible, but that's not a red flag. It can be, but no.
That is.
I think it's a curse and a blessing. I like to think that I'm really good at communicating. I went to school for it, and sometimes that intimidates men, because they'll be like, I think sometimes for men and women, because friendships have ended because people don't know how to communicate when there's conflict, and I do, and like without raising my voice, without cussing, but I'm still drive the point home, you know. And for some people, they can't handle that, or they don't feel like they can reciprocate that, so they struggle. So I think that's one. Sometimes I struggle with boundaries. I am very, like this year, we're standing on business, but I will be the one to set the boundary, and then I'll want to break it. Yeah,
can you give me an example? Like, you don't have to say what yours is, but you can give me an example of a boundary.
Yeah, let's say that I'm seeing somebody and we're not on the same page. Like, I want more and he doesn't, and I say we're not having sex anymore because, and then I might text him a week later and be like, hey.
Right.
But then after that, I'd be like, no. So, like, that's a Gemini trait. Sometimes I can be very indecisive.
Very Kanye West of you.
Don't do that.
He's
but
I
know.
I know. It's very adamant that we respect this man and call him his proper name.
You call Puff Daddy or Diddy Puff Daddy for.
Neither of them deserve any of the respect that you're giving them. But
you can have an argument about that.
We can argue about him because being compared to him is so ick. But I'm very indecisive. So yeah, I'm very indecisive, and I'm too blunt. Doesn't matter.
I would
I'm still on 2. Jawon had 2. You had 2.
Yeah, you had two.
Nobody gave you
No, I
shit.
know, but you said you
Because
only
you had
have
two, so I was just following the trend,
okay,
you know?
okay.
Absolutely not. I love men. No. I have
You don't give
No,
man
I'm not a city girl.
Did he give
will
women
never
hater
say
vibes?
That's what I'm saying,
Absolutely.
bro.
Every
Wow.
question. He said these hoes don't have jobs. He said
I'm
these
being
hoes act like
facetious.
men. First of all, why are they hoes? Like,
Because it's funnier to call them hoes and say their names. You want me to break them down and call them by their
say these
name?
women.
No, but what sounds funnier? These women don't have
Who's
jobs.
laughing when you say that?
Me, that's the whole
Wait.
point. I'm
A
joking.
couple
Here you
times.
do call
Put your
men.
hand up.
What's your two since we're doing two?
Okay, my two, I have to narrow them down. I would say my anxiety / attachment issues that I am working on in therapy, but because of like daddy issues, like I think a lot of the stuff that we bring to relationships, we don't realize it's attached to our parents and like what we saw and grew up seeing. I'm gullible too, so like I see the good in people, and then I like erase the red flags.
You try to fix it
You're
after.
delusional.
Yeah. Yes, I'm like hopelessly delusional because I fall in love
This
with
makes
potential
me so
people.
Sad.
Yeah.
It do be sad.
No, that's a lot of women.
It's not
though.
sad.
I feel like that's
I'm
a
the
norm.
opposite. A lot of men tell me I'm too quick to run. 'Cause
Yeah.
As soon as I see something, I'm like, okay, bye. But then I'll come back if it's small, like Shakirah, you were tweaking, and that comes with the indecisiveness because I'll do that.
And I'll do that like to counteract like my attachment issues. Like so, I'll either be one side or the other. Like I'll be so attached and like see the good in them, or I'll be super guarded and I see one thing and I run. So I'm working on finding balance.
Me too. Shout out to therapy.
Shout out to
You should
therapy.
get a therapist.
We all should get a therapist. I think everybody in this
I
world.
just feel
should
like
have
you
one.
have one. You give me that vibe. You don't.
I don't, but I
You
should.
You should.
I'm not against it. I had one in high school, but I wasn't mature enough
I
for
feel
it in
that.
high school. But
You in therapy?
I've had therapy. I need a different type.
I feel
Me
you.
and my therapist just become friends, and I start talking about their relationships. So
Oh wow.
and he said
Fly.
he therapies
Yeah,
the
that's fly.
therapist.
That's
They
fly.
should work on.
That's
They should
fly.
work on their boundaries. That's really illegal.
You should
I
be a
think that's
therapist.
the thing.
Me?
Fuck no, she
Yeah.
shouldn't.
Or
I'm
like-
actually,
I
I'm
think you
actually
make
my
a good
side
one.
endeavor is I'm preparing to get my life coaching certificate.
I was
I
gonna say, I
love
feel like
that.
you have like a life coaching vibe.
Thank you so much.
I
That's
love
such
that.
I feel like she'll
I'm
make you do like
excited.
20 push-ups before you walk in her office, though.
Make me do 20 push-ups?
No, you would make
Oh.
the person.
Reverse,
Y'all got guy
reverse.
friends?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
You
I
have
think every
girlfriends?
woman needs a guy friend.
Yeah,
Not a
y'all
guy
be
friend
giving
that-
it to me straight.
A
like,
guy
really
that
hurt my
friend that don't
feelings.
want to fuck them.
Facts.
Yeah, well, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You
Women
sure
have a
about
lot that don't even know want
That's
to.
what I'm saying. How sure are you about that?
I'm positive
I wasn't
about
saying it,
one
yeah.
and a half for sure.
One and a
One and a half?
Positive about one and a half.
What's a half?
It's a mix.
He
Because
would.
I'm positive about one, and he's a really good friend, and he's very blunt and very honest. And I need sometimes it hurts, but I need that.
But you think he's interested?
No, he's married now actually, so he's
Oh.
definitely not interested. He's a very faithful young man, so
That's
he's a really
good.
good friend.
There's some out there.
Do you have girlfriends?
I got a lot of girlfriends. I actually friend zone myself a lot, so I have a lot of girlfriends. Like when you talk to women, you just kind of like realize sometimes like, oh, you need a man's perspective in your life because.
I'm gonna start coming to you for. I mean, we had our moments,
Yeah.
but it was mostly just humor.
And I think I actually give out like really good.
You just
advice.
laughed at me.
Yeah, because your shit. was
That might have been good advice at the
That's
time.
what I'm saying.
You don't ever give me good advice.
I tell you because you don't listen.
I do listen to you, just never give it in a
That's
nice
the
way.
thing. Women compartmentalize
friends-
their friends to
and
get
also-
the right answers.
Yeah,
So
male
you have a
friends are
list.
not gonna give it to you in a nice way.
But
That's
Jawon, you know
why
I'm
we need-
sensitive.
but you
so I need you
sometimes-
to explain it in a way that I'm going to receive
You
it.
explained
But
this nigga had 45,000 red flags. I don't know how else to tell you to stop talking to him besides
Yeah,
you're
sometimes
done.
Right.
we need the bluntness, and this could go like not even trying to get into my life coach bag, but I know obviously you have your stepdad; he's a phenomenal man. But I think that's really like not the absence of your dad. You're not used to a man like telling you straight up like what it is and what it's not, and we need that 1,000%.
I do need bluntness, but I'm sensitive. I can't help it. If you tell me something and you're like aggressive with it, I'm gonna get defensive and I'm gonna feel
That's
sad.
why.
I've never
That's
gotten
why
aggressive.
My thing is,
that's
like,
why
you
my
should
last
take-
friendship ended.
You should
She
take a
is
man you should take a man being
But-
blunt with you as like he cares for you.
Mhm.
Like for my
If a
women
man
friends,
is
I'm the most
sugarcoating-
blunt. I'm like, don't be an idiot. Like I love you. Don't go through this situation. But it's like in our eyes, like how can you not see this is the worst case scenario? Because you know secretly, or else you would even ask. You have
Right.
to ask. You know.
Well, that's true. That is true.
But of course, yeah. Sometimes as women, we're looking to hear a specific thing, and
Yeah, that's for
sometimes
your
our friends,
girlfriends.
yeah, and your girlfriend shouldn't do that either, though. Like
But
that's,
they do.
I got this girl.
Girls
homie-
be getting self-sabotaged with their own homegirls.
I used to with my friends, and then I stopped, and I've lost a lot of friends because of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sugarcoating shit.
Women are so competitive in their friendships.
Interesting. I
Say
don't know
more
about
on
that.
Like, I think women in their friend group, like, they put limitations on their homegirls, whether it's, like, what type of guy they can get, success they're going to have, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So-
literally like envy and hate. Why do you feel like
personally-
that?
Because like it's a competitive like industry. Like, I'm not trying to view you as a product, but like you have to look a certain way on social media. You have to have the right product. You have
I
to
think it
pull
depends on the type
attractive
of
guys.
woman you are. Like, when I lived in LA, all the girls I worked with at the bar, sure, yes. But like my college best friends that we post on social media, but we don't care that or like even the friendship. Like, I've never felt like I need to compete with any of my friends.
You might not, but I guarantee there's been a friend that feels like they need to compete with you.
I could see it with you. You were very successful and like I can see people being envious of you, and maybe they don't know that's what they're feeling. But I could see it with someone who is a go-getter, who is able to balance a lot of different things in life like you. I can see how some people would be a little
And then
jealous.
maybe not a friend.
For sure,
Yeah.
no.
But I think I feel like maybe they don't know they haven't done the work to understand that's what they're feeling towards you. Because I don't think I have any, like, girls in my life who are purposefully, I'd hope not, like, rooting for me and, like, sabotaging me behind my back.
Yeah.
I would hope not, but
Right.
again, I'm gullible, so.
That's real.
What were you gonna ask though? You were gonna ask a question.
I don't know if this was it, but like with the advice, I love that you're direct with me. I do need that. I really do need somebody that's direct and tells me how it is, because like I say this a lot. Like KK is very much like me. She'll sugarcoat things, and I will tell her, I need you to tell me directly like what to do. However,
because I'll be
I
nicer
will.
than him. And I'll
Okay,
be very
perfect,
direct.
a good medium. But with you, like you laugh at me, like, and you're just like, why did you do that? I'm like, I need your help with like, what am I not seeing? Do you get what I'm saying? Because obviously I'm still making these mistakes, but like, what am I not seeing? Because it's in the beginning, like, they're good at pretending, and you're always like, you're not good at vetting. I'm like, I am. It's not my fault that they do one thing in the beginning and they switch it up on me.
We can't really have this conversation with the camera on because it's a lot of detail in there. But like, she just be telling like the dude and be like, come on, bro, like, you don't see the.
Can you give like a
signs
fake
be
scenario?
there.
You can say it, and that's
No, she just be like, sometimes be like, oh, she told me like she used to talk to do with a kid and it didn't work out. She's like, I'm never dating a dude with a kid again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Starts talking to this other dude. Oh, that's what's up. Cool. Yeah, he's got a kid. Huh?
Yeah, you're like, you just
said it wasn't gonna work, and then a situation happened involving the kid, and I'm just like,
The wedding.
I laughed because my fam, like, this is the writing was on the
Okay,
wall.
so what I will say,
Yeah.
I think I'm a perfect middle ground between the two of you. Yes.
I feel like this is a therapy session.
Technically,
for y'all.
yes, you're
And I'm
right.
just here.
It's like, but I saw this really dope TikTok, and it was a man who said it, and he was like, maybe he was being a pick-me, but he basically said a lot of times when a woman comes to a man to vent, she just wants the man to listen and like sometimes nurture her and not just be so quick to laugh or give advice. Like, I know that it's different with the relationship. Like, he was talking about like if you're in a relationship, but even with your female friends, you can get to the part where it's like you were being stupid. You said you were never going to do this again, but ease into it. Like, you don't have to just, because she could be like crying. Like, she could be very emotional. She's a very emotional person.
Yeah, but sometimes y'all need that because your
Yeah.
blind friends, the blind was leading the blind.
But
so
it
now,
can get there. So me, for instance, if she were to come to me with the same thing, and she did, I didn't know she said she'd never date a kid again. Or a guy with a kid again. But if she said that, I'd listen, and I'd be like, I'm so sorry, you messed up, blah, blah, blah. But then I'd be like, but this is a good lesson because you did say you're not going to date after.
And the
You know?
funny part about like that situation having girlfriends is like as a man, there's still like not a man code, but like you have to do it in a honorable way. You know what I mean? Like I can't just be like, this is like in the man brain is like my girlfriend's coming advice. I'm not trying to like hate on Buddy because I still have to be like honorable about it, but also this nigga's not the nigga you should be talking to. Like you gotta. We don't get enough credit for how we have to navigate those situations because a lot of men just dirty Mac and just
You
start
have
shitting
told
on
me
men.
that a man is a piece of shit and that I should stop talking to him.
Yeah, for sure. But
Maybe
that,
it's because I'm more, I can handle it, but you've said it as harsh as
Did
possible.
you know the guy? Is that why you said it?
No, I gave him a summary.
no, you gave a summary, so it's like, but that's different between like a dude who's y'all had something already. I'm talking about like, hey, I'm talking to this.
Yeah,
guy.
on the intro.
Yeah, the intro is like, nah, I gotta let him.
Because he might be nervous.
Yeah, so it's like trying to.
We
find
get
a
more
balance.
bail in that situation because I think we've been in the situation.
I don't really even ask guy friends, anybody, for advice until like it gets bad. You know, like if it's a.
But that's how you know it's wrong. That's why I think women mess
what
up.
you're saying.
They hide that they're in a situation. Like that's what's a big red flag to me. Like I hate guys or girls who cut off their friends when they get in a relationship.
Oh yeah,
Because
that's
then when it
disgusting.
starts, like when you get distant, you start talking to this guy, then you come back with all this like tornado of problems, and I'm like, I don't know anything about this guy. I don't know how you got to this.
That's
so
not
I
what
can't
meant,
give
but
like
you're
real
right.
advice. Yeah, sorry,
I
that was
just
just
mean
like
like
a
Jawon
random.
and I are like we're not besties, so
Yeah.
like randomly I'll catch him up with like I'm venting about
Right.
But my closer friends, yes, they know the good stuff.
Yeah.
Too. And that's unfair even to the friends too, because of course they're gonna hate this person if you've only told them the bad.
Right, and that's why I think a lot of women like I feel like I see this more in the women's like no guys too actually. I feel like they hide the negative traits so that their friends don't judge them when they bring them into spaces. But it's like I would rather just be honest with my friend. Like if his girl did something weird, I'm like, hey, your girl did something weird.
Yeah, because then I can know how to navigate it.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be like, hey,
like
this is what happened.
Story.
It's on you. Like I'm still gonna like love you as my brother no matter what you pick. But this is what I peeped. Like,
and then when we out in public together, I know how to operate and navigate in them spaces. Because some of my friends, homies, I don't talk to their girl because as a man, like if you're my boy's girl, if it's not like a wife or like really close, like, I'm not even like, hey, how you doing? That's it.
We don't think she's gonna be around for a while.
Yeah, that's it. There's no need to even conversate.
Yeah, I like that's the thing. If my homie's in like a phase where it's like I know this girl's not gonna be like the end all be all, I don't even want to get tied to it because then it's like then social media gets exchanged. 1 week y'all are unfollowing each other, or you're shading my boy. And I'm seeing the story, so I'm like, do I send my boy the story, or do I just act like I see it? Like it's like a whole thing because you don't know what his mental space is. You don't want to be like, hey bro, you see your girl like tweaking out, and so it's like a weird thing.
So you're not following until they're married?
No, I mean I'm like it just depends. I normally talk to the homie. You can tell like if your homie's like excited about it, you can tell, or if he's just like like. Shorty kind of convinced me to start talking to her. It's like,
oh my God.
She's not gonna last.
You have weak-minded friends.
Hey, I have a lot of associates.
That happens.
Can you explain now, or maybe both of you can, because maybe I'm in a better place now to receive this information. But so dating guys with kids, I originally had this hard fast rule that I wouldn't do it just because I don't want to deal with another woman always having to be there. No disrespect to the person. I just that is not what I would ideally want. But then life actually happens. You meet people and they have kids, and you want to give them a chance. Because then again, I fall back on my stepdad found my mom. Like it's not always a bad. Yeah, and there's not. That too. So it's like, why do you say it should be a hard fast no, or is it just because I don't also have kids? Or
no, I just said that because you told me that.
Oh, okay.
Like I've dated women with kids. I don't have like. My rule is like probably 2+ is a little too much for me, but like 1, I can do 1.
Yeah.
This is good. This is a good conversation because I know for me, I never wanted kids, and when I had literally like Troy and whatever, Troy and I broke up when I was 6 months pregnant. So I was like, oh my God, like I'm gonna be a single mom. Like after all that serious stuff, that was the next thought. Like, damn, I'm like dropped down a notch. Like I'm not a catch anymore. Nobody's gonna want to date a woman with kids unless he's a man with kids. And I'm not against dating men with kids by any means, but typically there's more baby mama drama than there is baby daddy drama. Especially the co-parent I have, he's not going to bring drama.
Let me tell you something. The women with kids be the ones that quick try to date you too. That's the worst.
Bro.
Then we try to waste no time. Like, so we together.
Well, you have to think though, but because like again, I've always been like this, and I still am to a certain extent. How Jordan said, like, my career comes first and my kid comes first. But lately, like, something clicked. This is the first time in my life, like, when you said, like, a girl pressured a guy into dating, like, low-key, the relationships I've been in, I don't know how I ended up in them. So this is the first time in my life where I'm like, I actually, like, do want to, like, be with a man and, like, settle down. I think it's because of the kid. You're right. Women that have kids are more likely to, because they see their future, they're more likely to want...
E&J, that's the most St. Paul thing I've ever heard.
Yikes. Relax. Out the bottle, too. But more likely to want... that end all be all. They don't want to just date for fun because it almost feels like a waste of time. And I know a lot of women without kids feel that way, but something about having kids does amplify it.
That makes sense to me. Do you feel like there's also been a time where you like don't want something serious, like you just don't have the space for it because you're busy with your kid and your career and your own personal life?
It's either all or nothing. So like, yes, I either am just gonna like be celibate and not entertain anybody, or like I'm trying to find my man.
Okay.
There's no in between. I don't really want to just like casually date. I thought I did, like when after I had my kid and stuff, because I whatever, I've been celibate for like 18 months, and I was like, I want to just casually like date and like just date, like just get to know people and see what I like. I'm almost 30. It's giving Sex in the City because in my 20s I had 2-3 year long relationships. So like I've never really dated, like casually dated, but like without sex, But now I don't want to do that. I don't feel like wasting nobody's time.
That's good. I love that. Set that boundary and stick to it.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about single mothers?
What are you about to say?
No, you're funny, bro. You're
Because
funny.